Here it is, you guys. Number one of the Fanhome Star Trek Starships Collection, the Titan-A. Now, we all know how I feel about the Constitution 3, but I promise I will keep this as professional as possible. The box looks pretty nice. Obviously, the branding is a bit different from the original Starships Collection, but I mean, it looks cool. I do like this. But yeah, obviously, we are more interested in what is inside the box than what the box itself looks like. So let's dive into that. Okay, let's get this open. Cut the little sticker. Sorry for the somewhat janky setup. I used to have a tripod for my camera around here somewhere. My dad borrowed it like 3 years ago, and now neither of us know where it is. So, okay, box is open. You can see right here, the journey begins. What is this? This is just a letter from Fanhome, just being like, "Hey, congrats! You signed up for the thing. You gave us money. Don't be a pack-led and miss out on the Fanhome news." So basically, sign up for the newsletter. You can find out more about the collection. Jokes on them, I already did. Okay, so next up we got, what's this? Magazine. Obviously, just like with the original Starships collection, this does come with a collector's magazine. We will dive further into that in a bit. What's this? Collector's guide. So this is, I imagine this is like the preview that was on the site. Again, we will dive more into this in a little bit. But next up is the model itself. And styrofoam out of the way. There we go. Titan-A. Okay, let's see if I can get this thing out of here without putting the camera down. Oh, comes out pretty easily. Okay, now I have to put the camera down. Okay, there it is, Titan-A. Really nice detail on the saucer section. I remember seeing the initial previews. A lot of people were saying they kind of overdid it with the Aztecing, but honestly, in person, it's, well, it could have been a little more subtle, but honestly, it's still not bad. The model itself is lighter than I expected too. Only the saucer section seems to be metal. Actually, even that, I think it's just the top section that's metal. The rest of this, yeah, that's plastic. That's metal. Rest of this is plastic. Ooh, that's okay. Right along the spine here, you can see a noticeable deviation there. That's not great looking. That's where the metal separates from the plastic. Kind of see that right along the side there. You can see where that line is. That's the metal. That's the plastic. And yeah, that did not line up great, did it? Look at that. Let's see, back here, you can see the impulse engines. Those are just painted on. Those are not plastic insets. Sometimes with these models, they do, plastic for the impulse engines and the warp engines. The impulse engines, those are just painted in. Like, I get it for, like, these ones on, like, the rim of the saucer. Let's see, focus in better. Come on, focus. Okay, turning off the autofocus seems to help. Okay, but yeah, those... the impulse engines in there, those are definitely just painted in. Those are not plastic. I get it why, they didn't do that for these little ones here, like along the sides of the saucer. But these bigger ones, I feel like those could have been plastic, and it's kind of a shame that they're not. However, the nacelles, those they did do plastic. So the warp grills and the Bussard collectors, those are transparent plastic, so you can get that kind of look where it's kind of, you kind of see the light through them. Which is always nice. Let's see, look at the bottom of the ship. The deflector, that is plastic. The deflector dish, so that's not painted in, that is plastic, which again, that is a nice detail. Really nice detail on the bottom too. I do like all this. This is nice looking here. I know it's hard to tell with this lighting, but you can kind of see the delta in there along the red pennant there. The bottom of the saucer here, NCC 80102-A. We got the phaser strips and the phaser turrets, something that has always annoyed me about Constitution 3's design, but we will not get into that. Oh, camera's falling over. There we go. And then we got these blue glowy things, which I don't really know what those were, but they were there on the original model. Those are painted in. That is not a plastic inset. Again, that would have been nice if the had been plastic, but again, it's such a small detail. I imagine getting plastic in there would have been kind of a pain in the butt. Yeah, overall, the model looks nice. Like, it's lighter than I expected. It's a decent size. This is the standard size model for the Constitution 3. They will be doing an XL version, which that's going to be the Enterprise G. That's going to be the second XL, meaning that's going to be like the 8th ship overall in the collection. The next XL is going to be the Enterprise F, which is the one I care about. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with this, with the exception of this weird misalignment between the metal and the plastic molding on the ship itself. That kind of bugs me. But yeah, overall though, it's a decent looking model. Let's get it on the stand to see how it sits on that. Here's the stand. It looks just like the ones that Eagle Moss produced for their models. The only difference is there's a sticker on the bottom, so you don't really know what ship it's for. Not that that's a big issue. It's just, you know, weird thing that they didn't include that. But yeah, look, these work just like the original Eagle Moss ones. Yeah, see, you got the plastic bit, goes into the black base, just press it in, boom, ship sits in that. Okay, here's the ship in the stand. It sits in there really nice. It's nice and snug. Like, it helps that, you know, all the weight's on the saucer section, so the plastic section of the model just kind of hangs there kind of freely, so there's not a lot of weight dragging it back, but it's also not super, like, you know, front heavy, so it also helps that, you know, it's kind of tilted back too, so you don't have to worry about this thing, you know, falling over at all. You know, some of the old Eagle Moss stands, they were kind of hit or miss in terms of their quality, but this one's pretty well built. And just for the sake of size comparison, let's bring in the Enterprise A, just so you guys can see these kind of, you know, side by side. Because one of the big complaints I saw about the new Fanhome collection is the price, and one of the reasons that the new Fanhome ones are more expensive is because they are larger. Like you can see here, like this is the Enterprise A from the original Eagle Moss collection. This was a standard size model, but as you can see, the standard size is, you know, bigger now, which, I mean, that is something that Eagle Moss had already started doing, you know, as they had moved into the Star Trek Picard and Star Trek Lower Decks sizes, or as they moved into those collections, they had been making the standard size bigger. So yeah, this is, you know, a step that Eagle Moss had already been taking, but as you can see, Fanhome is continuing with that. I've already kind of talked about how I don't think that's the smartest move, in my opinion. I still think, you know, there is a good amount of value for these smaller 5.5-inch models. I feel like a lot of people still like these because they're smaller and they're cheaper. You know, you can buy more of them, they're less expensive, and you can fit more of them on the shelf. Whereas with these larger ones, even though with this being the standard size, you got to be a bit more picky because they're more expensive and they're going to take up more shelf real estate. So yeah, it's just my opinion, but yeah, I wish Fanhome hadn't abandoned this sizing scale like Eagle Moss had. And another one for size comparison, we've got the Strange New Worlds Enterprise, also from the Eagle Moss collection. Again, this is the standard size version of the Strange New Worlds technically it was the Star Trek Discovery Enterprise, because there was no Strange New Worlds collection from Eagle Moss. But so yeah, this was the Star Trek Discovery Enterprise. And as you can see, it's relatively the same size. Obviously, there's going to be some differences in scale between the two of them, just, you know, due to the general shaping of the things. But in overall scale, these are basically the same size, you know, kind of, you know, give you an idea that, you know, these are, you know, the standard scale for Fanhome is basically the same as Eagle Moss's revised standard scale, which a lot of us tended to think of as, you know, Eagle Moss's mid-size model, because, you know, this is how big their special editions were for a time, but then they just kind of started using this as the standard. And yeah, you guys get what I'm saying. And just for the hell of it, let's bring in one more for size comparison, and this is the XL Enterprise E next to the Titan-A. Oops, hit the camera. So yeah, this is kind of what the size comparison between the standard size and XL is going to be like. This will be the approximate size of that the Enterprise F is probably going to be in. You know, obviously Enterprise F will be a little bit taller, but you get what I mean. So yeah, just to give you an idea of the difference between the XLs and this standard sizing is going to be, because That's another reason why I really wish Fanhome hadn't abandoned the 5.5-inch size models, just because there's so little difference between this standard size and the XL size. So it's just like it makes it not worth upgrading. But at the same time, with this collection, they didn't bother with doing XLs and standards of the same ship, with the exception of the Constitution 3. But even then, the XL Constitution 3 is going to be Enterprise G, whereas the standard is Titan-A. Gave them the excuse to do both names. But yeah, it's just, if obviously they didn't do both, but it's I don't know, I've already gone this rant. I still wish they had done the 5.5 inches, but whatever. Okay, let's take a look at the magazines now. There we go. I'll Titan sit over there. Let's look at the collector's guide first here. Here, we'll do this like this. Here we go. Okay, the collector's guide. I'm pretty sure they had a preview of this on the website, so I don't think this is going to be any new information. It just shows you some of the other upcoming ships in the collection. We got Titan-A. We know Helios, Protostar, and Dauntless are also coming. Page 2 shows off more info on the ships. Here we got Constitution 3, Titan-A, which is 8.66 inches long. We got Titan-A. We got Enterprise F is going to be the first XL in the collection at 10.6 inches. Then we've also got Stargazer and Farragut coming along as well. This is going to be issue 2 and issue 3 for this collection. And next page. And just some more stuff in the collection. Apparently subscriber rewards, stuff like that. I think... No, that's not subscriber. That's just an image from the magazine, which we'll get to in a second. And oh yeah, there's the subscriber rewards. So yeah, we got a binder coming, dedication plaque for the Titan-A, back to genome, a little turbo lift, Okudograph, which that looks really cool. I really wish it wasn't the Constitution 3, because you know how I feel about the Constitution 3, but this looks really cool. I really dig this. And then USS Eves, which I think is kind of weird, considering we already know that there's going to be another Pathfinder class in the collection, so I feel like it's kind of weird to have another Pathfinder class with just a different name. But at the same time, Eagle Moss did that kind of stuff too with the subscriber awards. I remember the Discovery Collection. If you had a subscription to the Star Trek Discovery Collection, one of the subscriber awards was the Terran version of the USS Shenzhou, or rather the ISS Shenzhou. So it's like, I guess they're kind of doing the same thing. I wish they had done a little bit more variety with this than just, slapping a different name on the Pathfinder. Okay, now for the actual collection magazine for the actual model itself. Let's see. We got some information on the ship, commissioned in 2396, actually a bit older than I thought, because we first see it in 2401. So that means this Constitution 3. I don't wonder if that's like the commissioning for the class itself. No, this is for Titan-A, because Captain Liam Shaw. So, okay, apparently Titan-A is a bit older than I thought it was. Weapons, phasers, and photon torpedoes. No quantum torpedoes for some reason. Defenses, got deflectors and metaphasic shields. You got an image of it sitting in the stand in case you don't know how that works. Let's see. Just general information on the ship. I'm not going to go into reading all of this, just because, if you really want to read it, go buy the model yourself. But yeah, you get a little bit of a preview here. Here we go. Nice look at each angle of the ship. Sorry for the glare. I really got to work on a better setup for this when I do more of these in the future. Really nice concept art for the Titan-A itself. There, that looks better. Yeah, some nice concept art for the Titan. A little bit of history on designing the ship. Here we get some information on Bill Krause's original Shangri-La class, which I think is a much prettier ship. Yeah, it gives you some idea on where the Titan-A's design came from, and the process in updating it to the Constitution 3 that we saw in Star Trek Picard. One more mini rant. I'm surprised they didn't do the Shangri-La, a model of the Shangri-La for this collection, because I was really surprised when they announced the full collection. The USS Titan Luna class is going to be part of it, which is weird because Eagle Moss has already done that one twice. So I'm surprised that they did that one and didn't do the Shangri-La class. I don't know, maybe it's a rights thing, but maybe Bill Krause still has some exclusive rights to the original design. But yeah, I would have liked to have a model of this more than I would of this. Anyway, more history on the design. Yeah, some animation work. Remember the nacelle grills open up in that one episode, so some history there. And some more artwork on the ship with some more stuff there, and that's the end. Boom. So that is the Titan-A model from Fanhome. Honestly, it looks nice. Honestly, it basically, if you're familiar with Eagle Moss already from the kind of stuff they were putting out, back in the day, you're gonna be, it's pretty par for the course. There are some little flaws here and there that are a little annoying, but overall, the detail on this thing is really nice. I think most people are just going to be put off by the price. Jumping into the collection is, a little bit less expensive. This one was technically $50, but that's because I was signing up for the subscription itself. The whole thing ends up being, or the model itself at standard retail ends up being, what was it? Hold on. The standard model is $65 if you didn't sign up for the subscription service, plus shipping, because non-subscribers do not get free shipping, unfortunately. And then that's not counting the XLs, which are $85, including shipping. But you do get a small discount if you do sign up for the subscription, but at the same time, that means you do have to buy, well, not all of them, because you can cancel the subscription, but you're only going to get so many of them. And based on what I've seen of the rest of the collection, I'm probably going to end up keeping this for quite a while. Yeah, overall, I am fairly pleased with this. Like I said, you guys know how I feel about the Constitution 3. I probably won't be keeping this model. I will probably end up throwing this on eBay. But I am very much looking forward to the other ships in the collection, particularly the Enterprise F. I'm very excited for that one. But there's some others I'm really excited for, like the Pathfinder class, the Gagarin class that they've already confirmed, and some others. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing more of these. This has been really cool. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Oop, hit the table. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments of this. What do you think? Are you excited for this? Are you really curious about this? I know there have also been a lot of gripes about the regional restrictions. I know it sucks that they're not selling these things outside of the US or the UK. I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't make these decisions. I'm just making a video. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. And while you're down there, be sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. If you would like to further support the channel, you can hit that join button to become a member, or you can find the link to the merch store down below. Or if you are ever shopping on the Epic Game Store, you can use my content creator code STU1701. Any of these really help me out, and I really do appreciate it. Either way, though, thank you so much for watching. My name's Stu, and I will see you guys next time.